Dear friends, welcome to the channel The Eastern Front. Some time ago I created a short video about using a pigeon during World War II. And today I want to share with you a story about a Soviet teenager who was tortured and killed for his love to these beautiful birds. On 22nd November 1941, during the first occupation of Rostov, the fascists issued a decree on the destruction of domestic pigeons. It was in trend to keep a dovecote. Birds were bred and tamed by many teenagers. Even before the war, the boys boasted to each other about their birds, taught them to deliver notes tied with a thread to a paw. The Cherevichkin brothers also had a room with the pigeons. Mom guessed about it. I remember Vitinka coming up to me and asking me to bring some thread in my ear. Like his mom won't let him. I say, let me sew a button for you myself. And he laughs. I don't need buttons, but threads, recalled Vita's sister Anna. The Cherevichkin family didn't live well. A mother and father and 4 children huddled in one room. Dad worked at Rostelmash as a blacksmith. Mom worked as a janitor. Vita always studied well. After the 7th grade, he entered a vocational school. Sometimes there was nothing to eat in the family, and at school the children were not only fed but also given clothes. But in fact, Vita, studying to be a locksmith, dreamed of the sky. He wanted to be a pilot. When the war began, his father was taken to the front, and soon his older brother Sasha. 16 years old Vita became the only one who was engaged in the dovecote and the only man in the family, though not an adult. His mother and 2 sisters, aged 12 and 3, remained at home. The dovecote was located at the back of the courtyard. After the decree of the enemies, Vita refused to kill his birds. Several times a day he made his way to them, fed them and let them fly. According to one version, the brave young man used the pigeons to send messages behind the front line. However, there is no documentary evidence and confirmation of this. But the boy was not destined to survive until the liberation of Rostov. Just one day before the first recapture of the city from the Nazi invaders on 29 November 1941, the fascists noticed the birds. The brave teenager was caught, beaten and shot in the city park. He remained lying against the wall with a dead pigeon in his hands. That day he left home as usual. Less than half an hour later, I saw through the window a German with a rifle was leading Vitinka into the courtyard and leads to the barn. Everyone decided that he would be shot there in the dovecote. And from there, pigeons suddenly soared into the sky, said his sister Anna. According to some sources, the fascists demanded that Vita kill his birds himself, but the boy opened the flap and the pigeons flew away. The next morning, mother and older sister went to the city park to look for Vita. They turned over dozens of bodies of citizens shot in the park, but they didn't find him. According to one version, the neighbors found the boy's corpse and his older brother, who returned home for a while after the liberation of Rostov. He asked to bury him together with the Red Army soldiers. The mother was not told about this, so as not to aggravate her condition. The woman lost her mind from grief. She couldn't look out the window at the gate and the road along which her son was taken away for the last time. The family moved to a barrack, but the woman didn't get better. It seemed to her that they were being chased by German machine gunners. Anya, who was only 12 years old at the time, had to take care of the 3-year-old Gala and go to work to provide food for the family. I only graduated from 3 classes. I had to work. I leave my sister on the windowsill. Sit, wait, I'll bring you some bread, Anna told. The father of Vita and the girls returned home after the war, and the older brother Sasha died. In the 1950s, their mother was given a 3-room apartment. After the victory, she lived for about 30 years, but was never able to recover from the loss of both sons. A street in one of the districts in Rostov and street in the city of Snezhne in Donetsk region in Ukraine were named after the boy. A children's park in the Don capital bears his name, and there is a monument here. There is a memorial plaque on the wall of the house where the Cherevichkins lived. A photograph of a shot boy with a dead pigeon in his hands, taken by war correspondent Max Alpert, became an indictment document at the Nuremberg trials. More than 70 years have passed since the end of the Second World War, but the methods of the SS punishers have remained the same. I hope we will soon find out the truth at a new trial. For this time it takes place not in Nuremberg, but on our Slavic land where fascism took root and flourished. Dear friends, that's all for today. It was Tim and the Eastern Front channel. Please leave your opinion in the comments. It's really important. And as usual, I wish you peace and health. See you.